Hello, welcome back to another Laughter Audit where we break down a speech presentation and look for some natural opportunities that we could use to generate some laughs. This video is Joe Mull, a certified professional speaker, and we're going to jump right in.
When I got up here today, I told you that we were going to talk about creating a more humane employee experience. And that sounds soft, but it's not. This is a business imperative. In a post-COVID employment landscape, this is the entry fee for success. What does this look like in a salon? This is Becca. Becca works at the Great Clips in White Oak, Pennsylvania, in the Oak Park Mall, 5 miles from my house, 3.5 miles from my office.
All right, so stopping right there. This is a perfect setup for what is called a rule of three joke. Now, we've talked about it before, but in case you're not familiar with the concept, a rule of three joke is making a statement. In this case, it is the statement that is Becca works at the Great Clips in White Oak, Pennsylvania, in the Oak Park Mall. And then he says, example 1, 5 miles from my house, reinforces that with 3.5 miles from my office. And then in a rule of three joke, it's that third one, which would be something different. So, natural opportunity to get a laugh here, and we would go with something. It is 5 miles from my house, 3.5 miles from my office, and right next to the food court. So I always end up buying a pretzel I don't need, right? So, so laugh. Right, and he could just say 5 miles from my house, 3.5 miles from my office, and right next to the food court. Right, I would expect a laugh there, a grin by the audience. Again, we're not going for stand-up comedy headliner type laughs. We're just looking and having fun in our presentation. And then following it up with a great for the hair, rough on the waistline. Right, a couple of natural laughs there. Now, he leverages that and gets a great laugh here with...
I've been going to this Great Clips for 5 years.
Right, great.
Thank you.
Applause break there.
When I took the stage, if you thought, boy, his haircut looks fresh, it's because I'm not just your keynote speaker, I'm also a client.
All right. When I took the stage, if you thought his hair looks fresh, right, and I think that might be a Great Clips line, right? Like that might be part of the marketing material. I did a little research because I'm not just your keynote speaker, I'm also a client. And then he gets a great laugh. Once that laugh dies down, he could tag it, top it with, because at Great Clips, you get a great haircut for a great price and a great keynote speaker with a fresh cut, right? So turning that laugh, just using another line to craft that one laugh into two. All right, let's jump down where he's talking about Bob.
And Bob is great. Bob cares about us. You can tell. He does little things for us. He cooks for us. He comes to the salon. He knows us. He takes care of us.
Right, so he's making a point here, but he does have an opportunity to generate a laugh if he wants one. And that's another natural rule of three setup. You can tell he does little things for us. He cooks for us. He comes to the salon. He pays us. He writes us checks. Right, so again, rule of three is he does little things for us. So you do example 1 of little thing, example 2 of little thing, and then an example that breaks the pattern. Like he does little things. Like I think cooking is not a little thing. Cooking is a big thing. Again, we would investigate this opportunity, see if we wanted to craft something special just for this audience. Next opportunity.
She said, for example, I love split shifts.
All right, split shifts. He's talking to a haircut audience, and he just glosses over the natural pairing of split shifts with split ends, right? So she said, for example, I love split shifts. I guess she's a fan of split shifts, but not so much split ends. After all, managing one is great, but managing the other, that's a whole different kind of trimming, right? That's a long line, but the whole point is to capture the essence of that natural opportunity. Split ends and split shifts. Jumping down.
This is what it looks like in a salon. Where's Bob? There's Bob. Give it up for Bob. I didn't meet Bob until this morning. And I got here and I asked Michelle, I said, "Can you introduce me to the owner of this store? Because he should know I'm going to talk about him on stage."
All right, so got a great laugh there, but he could have got 2 or 3 laughs by just simply playing it with, because he should know I'm going to talk about him, right? And with delivery, facial expression, he should know I am going to talk about him. I would expect a laugh there because the audience was ready for a laugh already. And then if he followed up with on stage, he'd get another laugh. And if he followed that up with a lot, he would get another laugh. Great opportunity. Great laugh. Now, to end, I just want to point out this little testimonial from somebody in the audience that day.
Joe brought a ton of energy to the group. They really appreciated his sense of humor. He did a great job of doing homework.
All right. So Joe's already receiving accolades for his sense of humor. And I want to just point that out because humor, public speaking, is different than humor, stand-up comedy. Just audiences enjoy quality content sprinkled with laughs, and they have a good time. He's known for a sense of humor, so he's already good at it. And we just pointed out 2 or 3 places where he could have enhanced the laugh. Got a laugh that he walked right by just naturally with the split ends, split shifts, and really even enhanced his particular style, his personality, would have brought it to that audience at an even greater level. All right, so here's your assignment. Take your video, have it transcribed, and then walk through the transcription looking for those places that are ripe for laughs, that are opportunities to get a laugh. If you do that, I am confident you'll be a funnier you. Until the next one.